Cyclonus, the warrior, and his armada.
Welcome back to the Tydirium Hangar. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about the NewAge, the Armada Evil Robot Force number 43, the Warrior. This is NewAge's take on a very G1-esque Cyclonus. I think that this is an outstanding figure. They did a really good job on it. I was drawn in by the aesthetic and the paint and all of that. I'm impressed by so much more. Possibly the best figure made by NewAge. We're going to talk about this some more. I did get this at Show Z. You can get you there too. I'll have a link down below where you can get yours. Let's talk more about this guy. Coming up. Alright, so here's the packaging. It looks okay. I do like the fact that you do have kind of the window, but it is shipped in alt mode, so you're really just going to see the alt mode. I didn't take this video before I pulled it out, which I probably should have. But yeah, simple packaging. Pretty easy. Alright, so here it is in the alt mode. I gotta say, it's pretty striking alt mode, more or less, and it does look good. I like the colors, I like the paint job, the paint apps, all of that. It looks really good. Seems to be pretty well painted all over, and just really does work as an excellent alt mode. And it also works as, well, it just looks like, well, people say mini masterpiece. I think this is really close. This might be the best. Might be the best one NewAge has made, so they're really awesome. Let's take a look at the back here. Very clean all the way around, as you can see. We'll look at the bottom of it here in just a second, but yeah, clean. It's not ultra complex of a transformation either to get here, so that's pretty cool. A couple things though. First off, you do have to install the hands. As you can see, I've got one that's not installed. That's strange coming right out of it. Out of the box, you do have to fold this piece out also. So there's a few things just right out of the box you'd have to do to it, so it doesn't just come out of the box like this. I think these are folded in or something from the box, so you got to do a few things right away, but still it's all kind of intuitive and basic stuff that you would have to do just to kind of compact it just a little bit. So okay, so let's see what we got with these guns here. You can plug a gun into the hand, and then you can plug another one right here into the tip. You do have this landing gear right there. So that's kind of cool also. And, you know, and strange with this color here, the paint on that is not, I don't know what you would call that color. It's almost like a pink. So that's interesting too. So a lot of color breakup. You do have plastic, clear translucent plastic right here on the windshield. And it looks like almost look like you see something in there. Maybe, is that a little Galvatron in there or something? So that's kind of cool too. So all over, pretty awesome. Let's check this thing out with some comparisons. So if you have the McFan's Toys Sweep, which I don't know if that was an original design or if they copied it from someone, but I think it looks pretty good with the Fans Toys Sweeps. If you have a few of them, and that looks pretty good overall. And, you know, I don't know who else you would display it with, because that's pretty much what we got for the most part in the movie. So here he is with some randoms. This is NewAge, Magic Square, kind of how he looks in his alt mode if you display him in alt modes. Alright, so let's get this guy transformed up. Let's go ahead and disconnect the gun, fold down the landing gear, that's right there, and then disconnect this other gun. And then we want to disconnect right here. It's a tiny little tab holding that in place. Do the same thing over here. And then we're going to disconnect. Let's get the rest of that pushed down a little bit and disconnect. There's a tab that holds that in right there. And then let's see about these legs. So it looks like it is sort of tabbed in right here. And then from there, we're going to pull these legs down like so. And then you're mostly forming the legs in a way. Then separate these pieces here. This is tabbed in like that. They're both tabbed in. So you can bring this down and get this separated a bit. So what you want to do is fold this inside panel out, and then you want to fold this other panel around to sort of form the leg. And there that goes. And then this will, you'll make the toe on this. And this should go and tab into this part of the foot. Like so. It's on a slider, and then there we go. We've got one leg more or less done. So doing the same thing on the other side, but just a little bit faster. Fold this piece out. That's coming around. Fold this. Tab it in right here. It's got two tabs. And okay, I'm not going any faster. It's not tabbing in as easy as the first one. I bet you there's some sort of gap coverage there I'm missing. All right, slide the foot forward. Open that toe up. Tab this foot into the slot. I guess you don't really have to tab it in, but... Okay, so moving up to the upper body here, we are going to bring these arms, they kind of slide around like so. Slider, and then we can bring this down. And then from this point, you're really just aligning stuff to just make it all look right. And there's a few different things. This is on its own. You want to get the elbow right, and then you want to get the fin slid around, which is interesting. And then we can go ahead and connect a hand there. I'm going to go ahead and put this hand on, just so we can have a little bit of variation, whatever in it. So, okay, so we'll do the other arm here. Close the fist, fold this back and around, and then try to just line everything up the way it should be. Fold this around, and then we have it. We have it. Now we've got to get this nose cone piece all taken care of. Probably better look at it from this angle. Let's go ahead and flip this up again, because the whole thing folds all the way out, and then you fold this in, and then fold that in, and then rotate around, and then let's get his head turned around. Then you're going to kind of rock it into this spot. It's a little tight, and there it goes. Then you separate the fins right there, and you've more or less got him in his mode. He's got to get his hips just right. They are adjustable, so pretty good size dude. I do have a QC sticker just for fun. I'm leaving it on here. I don't know why I stuck it on. It came off easy at first. Now it's wanting to stick on there. That was probably a bad idea to leave this thing on here. So here he is in his bot mode, and I think he looks fantastic. Just fan-freaking-tastic. This is an outstanding looking Cyclonus overall. And truthfully, I love the paint, I love the aesthetic, I love the size. I'm shocked that it's as big as it is coming from NewAge. NewAge is usually like tiny. I put that sticker there. This guy looks good from every angle. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a few screws. You're gonna have screws and stuff. You see some pins. You see some kind of openness, which I don't know why they always do that. They don't have to, I don't think. Maybe it's to give it a little flex or something. I'm not sure, but still, overall, just looks fantastic. Just a great looking figure. And the touches, they've got the clear translucent right here and right here. And then they got paint just all over this guy. And then his face has paint on it. These things feel solid. They just really works. From the alt mode to the bot mode, just looking fantastic. Excellent design. I'm wondering if I did something wrong and there's something that covers that. But even with that and then this little openings, it's not bad really at all. It's not waffling or anything. It's just really almost masterpiece level on design in both modes. So fantastic. They're going to make a ton of these too. They're going to use this mold for 13 different recolors and all of that. So not surprised. Anyway, let's take a quick look at articulation. So for articulation, this is very interesting. So the head does the usual up and down and those kinds of things. But you've got shoulders that go to here, and then more shoulder movement right here. And to get the bicep, you do have to have it aligned right. If it's up in here a little bit, it won't work. So that's one downside to this extra joint that they put in there. That's crazy, but cool. So anyway, you got a double jointed elbow, and then you have some wrist articulation along with, of course, the hand can move in there, and you do have the two different types of hands. One's a closed grasping hand, and one's an open, like, why? You have an excellent ab crunch to the point that it's probably ridiculous. It's Magic Square. They are seriously competing. Look how they split this. This piece is split on the abdomen. That is interesting. I don't see stuff like that very often. Not sure why they felt like they had to do it, but they did it. That's cool. You do have tiny little hip flaps here, so I kind of am a fan of the flaps that follow the leg, but the way it's designed, I understand why they didn't do it. Probably could go all the way to the 90 if you want to, and then back all the way to there, and then out to here, and then you've got thigh swivel, and you've got a little bit of stuff going on there, so you can go do a lot. You can spin it all the way around. Not double jointed in the knee, which I guess is not that big of a deal. And then you do have, it's so strange how you do clip this in and you still have all this stuff going on. This piece here is clipped in, the slider and all that, and you still have range of motion. You have it to the side, the rocker, but you don't have it front and back. But still, excellent articulation for this figure. Let's take a look at his guns. So he's got this one here that it's just a shinier silver paint, and you've got like a turquoise stripe on it too. So pretty cool looking gun right there. You also have this purple one, which looks pretty cool. Whichever one you want him to hold, or he could wield both if you want to put the other hand on there. So I think I'm going to leave this open hand just for fun. I don't know. And then pick which gun I like the most. I think I like this one the most, so that's probably the gun he's going to have. Still, pretty cool looking accessories overall. I think this is painted. I think this purple one's painted, but doesn't have a ton of accessories, but what he does have makes sense. And it's comparison time. I haven't seen or heard anything out of Pixel Dan lately. Anyway, this is the McFans Toys version, I believe. It's kind of before I was really into Legends. This one is very simplistic. I don't know if it was based off of DX9 or it was their own design or a Hot Toys or whatever. But you can see the difference where we've come from past iterations. I don't have the Magic Square one, but I had never really heard good things about the Magic Square one. But look at the simple transformation. Like, you just flip this over and you fold his arms up and his legs up, and that was it. I should have actually compared it to this. I don't know why. It's a little late now, but still coming a long way. Just better. So much better. So comparing to the Galvatrons that are out there, so this is the NewAge one, and he is a nice looking figure, a pretty solid figure, but a little short for my liking for a Galvatron. This is the McFans Toys. I actually think the McFans Toys version, or whatever they called it back then. I think it was DX9 upscaled, but again, I'm not 100% sure. But next to them, they seem to height-wise work better. Aesthetically, though, you know, this is next level. This is old school. And as they say, when in Rome, do as Romans do. But when in NewAge, do as NewAge. And I've got the NewAge Megatron here, and it's taller than, or it appears to be taller than the Galvatron. So their Galvatron's just a little short. Darius is a little short. I don't know, Agamemnon is as tall, if not taller, and I don't think that's right in the Transformers world. But still, there it is. That's comparison. Here we go, compared to some sweeps. I think these are McFans sweeps also, so looking pretty cool overall. That works. I mean, he should be taller than the sweeps, and a little taller than Galvatron. Not quite as tall as that one, but that looks good. I keep praising Hasbro, but this is better than Hasbro's. I mean, it's way better than Hasbro's. I still think Hasbro's is good, though. So good that I spent the, like, $40 to pre-order one that's on, it's got the toy deco, because I think that's going to be kind of cool. But yeah, just really good. It's probably the best Cyclonus out there, aside from maybe the Fans Toys and all them. This is my look at the NewAge version of their Armada, Evil Robot, the Warrior. This is a really good version of Cyclonus, very G1 accurate, and probably the best figure I've seen NewAge make so far. And NewAge has been doing some really good work, but this is just phenomenal. I'm very impressed. The paint is outstanding. The size, I love it, that it's going to fit fine with your NewAge, and it's going to fit better with Magic Square. It's a little bit bigger and so more, almost on the plus side. And I do like the design. Both modes, transformation makes sense. It's nothing too crazy. and out there. So anyway, I like this guy. If you like this too, you can get yours at Shows. I'll have a link down below. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe. Teddy Hanger out.
Cyclonus! Galvatron wants to talk to you. Climb aboard!
Who disrupts my coronation?
Coronation, Starscream? There are plenty of Autobots for you. Ultra Magnus is mine. Magnus! I want the Matrix.
A good workout, but it doesn't compare to combat with a thinking foe.
Cyclonus!
Galvatron, why do you attack me, your most loyal soldier? Is this another quintesson experiment? What short-circuited the electron bars? Cyclonus, you saved me? But why? Warriors such as you and I should meet their end in battle.